Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I wanted to do something a little different for, I guess you can say, a little bit of a Christmas display. I have my traffic light set up here. What I want to do is I want to actually take some red, yellow, and green all strand Christmas lights and run them across the bar up here. I'll probably run them across this way so I can get the actual whole curve in this right here and loop them all the way around here. And what I want to do is I want to attach them to my light synchronizer. So when the light turns, like right now, where it turns yellow, the Christmas lights will turn yellow, and then when it turns red, then the Christmas lights will turn red. So let's go and get started. All right, so this is what I got right here. I got 2 strands of all red, 2 strands of yellow, and I still have some greens from last year. Now I did have some reds from last year, but I've already used them up working on another display, so I picked them up. Good thing is I was able to find some all reds and some all yellows to match the wiring of the all green. So this way they have all 3 of them have the green wire, so they're all matched. It'll look nicer that way. So I don't have like one of them having the white wire and then it has some weird white racing stripe going around my light. So I'm happy about that. The next step will be to do the wiring. So what it is, I picked up just a couple cheap everyday outlets, just a plastic box, and I still have a little bit of wire left over from my traffic light display to begin with, which I like this because it has like 7 wires in it. So I have a green, yellow, red, white for my neutral and all that stuff. It's great for color coordination. My plan here is I'm going to be mounting the outlets in the box. And for anybody that's say not super familiar with outlets and stuff like that, when you look at the sides of the outlets where you have your two screws right here, in the middle you'll have a jumper right here on both sides. What that jumper is what allows you to make it to where if I only added 2 wires, one here, that's what makes both these outlets live at the same time. If I were to cut this jumper off this side, and you always really want to cut it off your live side, which is going to be the smaller of the 2 plugs essentially. Cut it off this side right here, and what that's going to do is that's going to allow me to run each one of these outlets individually. So what that's going to do is that's going to give it to where I can run each one of these outlets individually from themselves, so they're not attached to each other. So that's how I'm going to make all 3 lights do their thing individually. And what I'm going to do is when I mount them in this box, I'm going to actually flip the box upside down, mount it in position. So when I run the Christmas lights, when the plug comes down, the plug will come down and it'll go up this way. What that does is that's going to make it to where I don't have to worry about any water or anything like that because this is nice and solid. And then when I run the wire out this right here, I'll put a cap in here, drill a hole, and then just caulk it so I ain't got to worry about anything like that. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap the lamp post with the Christmas lights first while I have some daylight. So just in case it starts to get dark, I can work on this in the shop. So let's go ahead and get started work on that first. All right, step 1 is done. I got to go all the way up the pole. I got to go across this way and then backtrack that way so I can see that nice little curve there. Plus I wrapped it in that area also. So the next steps, I'm going to start working on building that outlet box. And here comes the inspector to make sure everything looks good. Say hi. There it is. See it? Hi. All right, so the next step is going to be putting these outlets in. You see I got my wire strip right here. So I got a green wire, my red wire, my yellow, and then I'll have my white for my neutral. And then what I might do is I might take the black and put the black on the 4th one to use as just a regular hotline. So this way, so like I said, I want to put something at the very top, something decorative or something like that. And then these 2 won't be used. So I'm just going to wrap those around here. So, because they're not going to be used for anything. So I'll get them out of my way. But I don't want to cut them because, if I decide to do something different with it down the road, I'd like to be able to keep those on there. So like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this bridge off on the hot side. which all I do is just take a pair of cutters and just cut that out. Might need a different pair if something gets in a little further. Just like that, just enough to where they're no longer touching anymore. Now what I'll have to do is I'm going to have to make one jumper to go from the neutral side to neutral side. So what I'll probably do is I'm just going to grab just an extra, just random piece of wire that I could use for that. Just like that. I know it's yellow, but it'll still do its job. And just to make things easier, instead of going through all the whole thing of taking all the wires and, you know, twisting them around the outlets and stuff, I'm just going to take some regular connectors here, put them on and crimp them. And that's just going to make it a little easier to connect to the outlets. So all I did here was I created a jumper from this neutral side to this neutral side of the outlet itself. Now I'll be able to use these 4 terminals for my other lights. All right, now that I got the box put together, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna splice these wires, tap them into my little synchronizing board, and I'll be able to plug the Christmas lights right into these, and they should do their thing. All right, so here's the inside of my box. I shut my breaker off, but I see myself a nice little brown widow spider right there. I probably should take care of that guy first before he decides he wants to bite me and ruin my entire evening. So give me a minute. Okay, so I didn't kill him. I just took the wires. See the cobweb line? I wrapped him up in it and I relocated him. So if anybody was wondering, no, I didn't kill the little guy. I just vacated him. All right, so in this box right here, I do have one little small area that's kind of a plug that I guess I'm going to use to push this wire up underneath. I'm not worried about, you know, I'll caulk it later. Okay, so I had to turn my power back on for a minute so I could figure out which one was which, because I want the Christmas lights to be attached to the one that faces the road. Right now, the one that's facing the road is the red one. So this is the block these are the 3 blocks that I'm attaching to. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut my power back off again. All right, I got them all hooked up. I got everything turned on. So let's wait till it gets dark and we'll see what it looks like. And there we go. The lamppost is color coordinated to the traffic lights. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Happy holiday, everybody. Thanks for watching.